So if markets do enter a recession, what are some stocks you could explore that might not sell off as much as big tech? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions, and a question that really more of a conversation that I've been having with my Learn Plan Profit team. For those that don't know, my LPP team, they get to watch me trade live every morning. And during one of our live trading sessions, one of the things that I shared with them was that as markets were reaching all-time highs and there began to be a lot of uncertainty with the AI bubble and tech, I began rotating out of tech and pretty much reducing my exposure. I didn't sell my entire positions, but for stocks like Nvidia and Google and just companies that if we do enter a recession based off of recent levels, could sell off, 30, 40, 50%. So, well, then where do I put that money? Right? You can play it safe and maybe just go into an ETF just to be a little bit more diversified, right? QQQ, VOO, SPY, whatever the case might be. Or maybe you can look into some individual companies that have shown to be a little bit more resilient during a recession. Now, why is this important? Let me make this very clear. This is not a video to encourage you to sell your entire position. We do not know if we're going to enter a recession. I just think it's important to have a conversation before something actually happens. So if you do begin to see that, hey, more red flags are being raised, kind of like the steps you can take to minimize your exposure. Right? At the end of the day, when markets enter recession, there's always exposure to loss. It's just the idea of minimizing that exposure, maybe rotating slightly out of tech into something that's a little bit more resilient during an uncertain time. And I really hope that that's what's answered in this video. I want to remind you that if there's a stock that you are familiar with that is recession proof, that you have seen back in 2018, 2022, that has proven to be very bullish during an uncertain time, share it in the comment section. I would love to learn more about it. And I think that's all we can do as investors and traders is share ideas, not try to convince one another, but just plant the seed. And for those that value it, maybe they can take a little bit more time to, learn more about it. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first stock that I want to talk about, and let me make sure that this is made very clear. I am invested in UNH. I bought UNH when it was trading below $300 per share. Let me also make this very clear. UNH is currently still being investigated after the whole CEO killer. They opened up an investigation for potential, some form of fraud. From highs of $600, it sold off to lows of like $220, $230. Since then, and Warren Buffett came out and said that he was an investor in UNH. UNH began to have a bounce. In no way does this thing have to recover anytime soon. A lot of the stocks that we're talking about today are not stocks that I intend or expect to go up right now. It's just looking at its history. It's a company that's been incredibly bullish, and especially in 2022, right? 2022 right here, when most markets were aggressively selling off. For those that don't really understand what I'm talking about, you're like, what the heck? What do you mean markets were selling off? I can pick even just any company, right? Let's pick Nvidia. In 2022, Nvidia went from highs of, this is the end of 2021 to the start pretty much of 2023. It was a bear market year. That's when inflation was at record high of 9.1%. I don't want to bore you with all the data. It was a bearish year. So I like kind of looking at that of like when there was a lot of uncertainty, or you can look at the initial reaction of like the pandemic. How did the markets react there? A lot of companies aggressively sold off due to the uncertainty. Nvidia sold off 65%. Let's also look at Apple. Apple's a very resilient company, right? It's been here for quite some time. In 2022, even during that time, right? From 2022, it went from highs of like 180 all the way to lows of 122. It lost 30% of its value. That's the whole idea that we're trying to work with. It's not that I want to sell my entire tech positions, because no, right? I always want to be slightly invested in some of the most valuable companies that are publicly traded. I just want to reduce my exposure at overbought levels in case we do enter a recession. I know where to put my money that doesn't experience such a large downturn. With that being said, again, now that we could see that tech is normally the ones that tend to overreact on the downside, now I can pull up UNH. UNH in 2022, as you can see right here, from 2022 to 2023, it actually still went up. And based off of that performance, it continued to form higher highs and higher lows. And it's not a new company. It's a company that's been well performing since, the crash that it had in 2008 and the recovery from 2009. It wasn't until recently that it began to sell off. So again, this is definitely, in my opinion, one of the top contenders. The biggest red flag with this right now is the current investigation that is going on. They're trying to see if there's any form of fraud going on with the company, but UNH, United Healthcare, if we actually look into their financials, so if you guys ever go to Investing Pro, just a heads up, it is the first link in the description down below if you ever want to check it out. The reason why I like Investing Pro is it gives me a better understanding of like what on the fundamental side I'm looking at. It's a company for UNH that trades at a multiple of 17 times its earnings, which is relatively pretty low. It's a company that produces $435 billion in revenue, and its profit, its net income is $18 billion a year. This company prints money. Even during this uncertain time of the stock selling off, it prints money, and it's been printing money for a long period of time. If you have access to Investing Pro, you can click on the UNH Pro Research, and then it gives you, again, a deeper analysis. You can see that for years, even during, this is the thing that I want to highlight, even during the uncertain year of 2022 to 2023, revenue was still increasing, just like its stock performance. And even right now, its revenue is still increasing. There are some companies, they're not fancy as in like tech with this whole new AI boom. I get it why that's so attractive, especially to the younger generation. I'm trying to age myself there. But with that being said, I think it's also important to just inform yourself what companies are fundamentally very well ran, that they just are good producing businesses, right? And UNH through and through is a money printing machine. You can see at the LTM financial models, you can see how good it does, where its revenue coming from, its actual gross profit, operating profit, its net profit. That's for the overall year. And then per quarter, right? Q3 financials, you can see the overall breakdown, and everything has just been so steady. It's a cash rich business as well. They have a lot of cash and cash equivalents, which I think is also something super important to take into consideration when looking for a recession-proof investment, making sure that they can tolerate the time that it might take for markets to recover if they do experience any form of downturn, right? So UNH, in my opinion, through and through is fundamentally a great performing company, just not a great performing stock right now. I'm going to be very excited to follow up because, again, who knows? Will this thing end up continuing to sell off? Is this the end of this giant, Medicare company? It's one of the largest, if I'm not mistaken, the largest healthcare insurance company. And I get it. Some people morally don't feel like they can invest in UNH. I want to remind you, like, millions of Americans use UNH, United Healthcare, as their own insurance provider, right? When it comes down to what we're seeing here, is just, I see it as an opportunity that during an uncertain time, I'm able to invest in a company that's very well ran, but that is experiencing a negative catalyst where I can buy it for a deal. And if it can come out of this, investigation on top of it, it offers nearly a 100% return from current lows of $300 to previous highs of just this year of $600 per share. And again, it's not just like a stock that pumped up to $600. It's a stock that has been consistently bullish over a long period of time. And that's what I really find very attractive about this. Another healthcare company to look into that has recently experienced the downturn is Humana. Humana is also a very well-run business that during 2022, you could see that it did experience some slight downturn, but then had an amazing recovery and then hit highs of 553. If we look at Humana, we can pull it up here with Investing Pro as well, ticker symbol HUM. And we can see that based off of what the company produces and the net income, it does trade at a little bit more of a premium, but still below industry standard at 22.9 times its earnings. And then when we look at their overall pro research, we can ask, hey, is this a growing company? You could see that revenue quarter after quarter after quarter, even from 2020. Again, the 2022 downturn, it was still a growing business. In my opinion, these are just like, oh, wow, okay, it's not just a well-run business. It's also something that's experienced a recent downturn and that has pretty decent recovery potential, that if markets do begin to sell off right now, based off of its history, it's a company that's been able to stomach a recession. And if anything, it actually does better during a recession. So again, if your job is to try to minimize your exposure, your downside exposure, and you just want to make, almost break even and or make a little bit of money as markets begin to downturn, if they do begin to sell off, based off of history, it looks like Humana was, again, a pretty good performing stock in 2022. While most tech companies were selling off, Humana was still indicating signs of an uptrend and showing signs of growth, not just on its price action, but also in its fundamentals. And it's a little bit more on the oversold side. There is no confirmation of a reversal. So obviously you just want to make sure that it's not selling off even more during a downturn, because then there could be a break of pattern there, but definitely something to take into consideration. The other company that I also wanted to bring up was originally Coca-Cola. And the reason why, you could see in 2022 to 2023, it had a bullish year. Coca-Cola has been incredibly bullish over a long period of time. The only reason I didn't want to include it in this list is that it's not a good deal. It's literally trading at all-time highs. But again, if direction is incredibly favorable and markets continue to push up higher for Coca-Cola, then it's kind of like that same principle of, okay, all you really are trying to do is during a recession is to minimize the downturn, right? The pain that you are taking. And you could see that, well, with how resilient Coca-Cola is, even at all-time highs. Who's to say that it can't continue to push up higher, right? But I wanted to include its competitor, Pepsi, because it was simply a better deal based off of previous highs and current price levels. Based off of current price levels, if it does recover to previous all-time highs, which of course it doesn't have to, but again, just hypothetically, if markets continue to recover for PepsiCo and or Coca-Cola, which again, I'm sure those conditions would be pretty favorable for both companies, you can see that it offers about a 20% ROI. And even in 2022, it was a stock that from 2022 to 2023, it was still indicating signs of higher highs and higher lows. So again, a very attractive stock, not just technically, but if we pull it up here on Investing Pro once again, let me go ahead and just make sure that I have it in here correctly. We could pull it up. There it goes. It's a company that trades at a PE ratio of 28.5 times its earnings, which is, again, traditionally a little bit more on the lower side of things. It's a company that produces revenue of $78 billion and $6.2 billion. I get it. It's not a fancy tech company. It's not AI driven, but it's consistent and it's resilient during a recession. And that's the boring conversation that I wanted to have with you guys today. And it's like, again, we can always talk about how markets can continue to push up higher, but what if they don't? What if this AI bubble does pop? What if we do experience a slight downturn? We know that the exposure, especially for big tech, the downside is pretty significant. So I think that is why it's important for us to engage in those conversations now, not because we can predict the future, because I can't, you can't, no one can, but we can always prepare for it. So by taking simple steps like this and creating a little watch list, you can call it the recession-proof watch list. And it's not that those stocks won't experience any downturn. It's just that it will be much more minimal in comparison to big tech, right? Because as you've seen, those that are big tech related probably sell off 30, 40, 50, sometimes even more than 60% in a short period of time, which again is a tough pill to swallow, especially for a lot of novice investors. But again, these are the conversations that I love to have with our traders that are part of my LPP team. I trade live every single morning with my Learn Plan Profit group. For those that do not know, I trade live every single morning with our daily live trading session. You also get access to the A to Z video lesson library, and you also get access to the LPP group chat. For those that do not know, again, we extended it. You have 8 hours left. This is the 50% off sale. There will never be a bigger sale than what we are offering right now. It's 50% off. It's the second link in the description down below. Whenever you feel like you are ready and you want to watch me trade live starting Monday, our big focus every single day is not just talking about how good the market can do, but we always talk about risk and risk management, especially when markets are trading at overbought levels and beginners tend to fixate on just how much more money they plan to make. I think it's a good reminder for beginners to always have that other side consistently being, what do we want to say? Consistently being reminded of, hey, don't just think about your upside potential, but also your downside risk. And again, if that's something that you want to experience, we work with them every single day right at market open. They're just raw live trading sessions that begin at market open, and they last for about 30 minutes to an hour every single day. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access. We have people that signed up for LPP back in 2018 that still watch me trade live every single day today and never had to pay again. It's not a subscription. It's not a monthly installment. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access, and it's designed for complete beginners, and it's the second link in the description down below. Also, do want to remind you, if you like the Investing Pro software, to be able to dive a little bit deeper into the companies that you invest in, then make sure you check out their deal that they have going on right now. And again, that is 60% off plus an additional 15% off. And again, all you have to do is click that first link in the description down below, and it breaks down to less than $8 a day. $8 a month. So a simple question to ask yourself is, are the companies that you're investing in and trading in to get a better, fundamental understanding of what they are by understanding their financials, is it worth $8 a month? And if it is, again, take advantage of that deal. First link in the description down below. I appreciate you guys' time. Hope and wish you guys an amazing weekend. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.